to. Now it's me and you. Now I've been waiting, think I'm gonna make my move.
To the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
I made a giant crochet firefly that lights up, and in this video I'll be showing you how I made it from start to finish, so get ready for a long in-depth video. First I start with a plywood base cut to the shape of my insect. I also got an LED light for the light up part. It was a lot brighter than I expected, but I like how it plugs into a wall and can be turned on by a switch. I covered the back of my plywood in fleece and created the skin out of fleece that would be attached and stuffed. I made the bottom part white so the light could shine through better. Here's the general shape of the body. The back is flat so it can sit flush to the wall. That's what it looks like on. Pretty good so far. Next I cut wing shapes out of foam, and then I'll be covering those in black scrap fabric. I'm using natural yarn and also black. For the colorful pieces, I like to crochet them in a natural yarn, then dye them afterwards. Working like this lets me achieve some really nice gradients. The first piece I made is the last segment of the abdomen. It's the bum. This black piece is dyed a grayish black so you can tell it apart from the wings. Last but not least, I've got this top part which will be dyed later. Sometimes it's hard to imagine it at this stage, but you have to trust the process. I dyed a small hank of yarn golden yellow, and I also dyed the top part completely yellow. The abdomen was dip dyed because I wanted to keep the very end of it white. I dip dyed it again in golden orange. This helped define the gradient, and then I repeated it again in a darker orange, and then lastly in black. This is what they look like after a good wash and dry. The next step was attaching those pieces to the body. I like to pin them down first before I sew everything to the body. I like to sew the arms and legs on my sewing machine. I just sew around a template, then I turn them inside out and stuff them. Attaching the legs to the body is so fun. This is when it all starts coming together a bit more. To mount the bug on the wall, I just drill a couple screws in the back, and I wrap the wire behind washers for extra stability. For the eyeballs, I use acrylic half globes. They're made for Christmas ornaments, but when they're painted black, they reflect everything, and they look just like bug eyeballs. The antenna is made of wire. I like to bend it in the middle and double it up. My trick to stopping it from sliding around when you cover it in fabric is actually hockey tape. I do this every time I work with wire, and it makes such a huge difference. I crocheted 2 wings in black, and now I'm using yellow yarn I dyed to line the edges of the wings. This is what it looks like sewn on top of the wing bases I made. They're so clean and perfect. Next, I attach the wings to the body. It might just be one clip, but it's a very long process. It's time to attach the eyes, and for this part, I just use hot glue because the edges will be covered in crochet and you won't see it anyways. As for the antenna, I hot glue a long piece of thin black fleece to it, and then I hand sew it down, and that turns out literally perfect. It can still be bent, and it's easily forgiving. Back to the cute little bug face, I attach the antenna fold to the bottom of the head because you won't see it. I hot glue it down, and then I reinforce with some hand stitching. All that will be covered with crochet. I hand sewed the last little detail pieces I made, and now it's completed. This guy is the smallest insect I've made, but the first to incorporate an electronic element. It's so cozy to have a firefly light. Because of the crochet on top of the glow, it's so soft. The reason I made this piece is because I'm actually giving him away in exchange for some insect tattoos, so stay tuned for that video. It makes me really sad because I haven't given up any of my bug sculptures yet. I'm so attached to them, but I know this guy's going to a good home. Fireflies remind me of my childhood. I got so many in southwestern Ontario, and my backyard was always filled with them. I remember running around and catching them in my hands and letting them go. I feel like that was the first time I consciously realized how big we are as humans, and we need to be more gentle.
And you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man, and all the fears you hold so dear will turn to whisper in your ear. And you know what they say will hurt you, and you know that it means so much, and you don't even feel the pain.
Hey, want to listen to some tunes?
Yo, MF Doom.
endless places to go. Clearly, this is it, all that there is. You sunshine, you temptress.
There was a time before you, and there will be a time after you.
You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up.
Keep on trying me, feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah. Anxiety, take it off of me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety.
Sometimes you just need to be calm. Learn not to fuss over things that are beyond your control. And just let go. There's nothing that kills us more than what roams in our own minds.
I can see the sunlight up the sky in the morning. Something that I know just feels so right. It's coming back around now. It's coming back around. It's coming back around now.
I have been painting on these custom cut wood shapes, and I wanted to take you through the process of making one. Today I am making a huge ladybug, and everything that I've been making lately is inspired by my hometown of San Antonio, Texas, and so this is just a memory of playing with little ladybugs in the field at recess or in my backyard and creating something mythological out of that memory. And here she is. This is Lady Texas.